Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Я хочу пригласить вас на просмотр пятиминутного видеоприглашения на мой вебинар, который состоится 26 января в 7 часов вечера по Манитобе. Вебинар будет на английском языке, вебинар платный, но я вам обещаю, что это не будут зря потраченные деньги. Вы узнаете о 6 новых программах, над которыми мы с моим партнером работали последние 1,5 года. И информацию, которую мы вам предоставим, я вам гарантирую, не знает 90-95% канадцев. Итак, добро пожаловать к видео и добро пожаловать на вебинар.
Oddly enough, the main economic problem facing you and your family is not inflation. It is recession. More specifically, the greatest danger comes from the possibility of the government sinking the economy inadvertently as part of its efforts to control rising prices. Simply put, it is far worse to be without a job than it is to pay marginally more for food and gasoline. Yet we risk recession anyway, as part of an effort to deal with affordability. The Bank of Canada has raised interest rates to fight inflation. This has made it more difficult for firms hoping to expand production. Ultimately, the effect will be to increase joblessness. Meanwhile, groceries and gasoline still cost more. We have seen this movie before, most notably in the 1980s when interest rates were in the double-digit range, and the economy was under attack from what was called at the time stagflation. In those days, banks added to the problem by levying punishing interest rates. A 5-year mortgage loan could cost as much as 21%. You might think we had learned from this dire period in our financial history, but we've learned nothing, as we are about to make the same old mistakes. The finance minister seems to understand the nature of the problem, but she has no solution. If she allows the Bank of Canada to do its job, she risks tipping the economy into recession. Yet, if she mitigates those actions by, say, increasing government spending on the poor, she risks undoing the central bank's entire anti-inflation agenda. Because unemployment is treated as the primary cure for inflation, this is still the sad reality of economics. The government could impose price controls on the necessities of life. It toyed with this idea in the 1980s, but price controls and ultimately wage controls are difficult to put into effect. Still, that's the game. Try to reduce price levels overall by squeezing interest rates, or try to reduce specific costs through price controls. None of this helps your family. The one risks recession. The other risks continued inflation. Overall, continued inflation is the better bet. We can continue to exist if the price of bread rises by 5 or 10 cents, but without jobs, we can't exist long. 2023 brings with it bigger challenges than you are prepared for. Rising interest rates, soaring prices for food and fuel, rising unemployment, and political instability. Do not fool yourself. You cannot hope to thrive in 2023 with the knowledge you have presently. You've got to level up. You must increase your financial IQ and your entrepreneurial mastery. Employees, what we call wage slaves, are doomed. This is going to be an extremely difficult year for those who refuse to grow. The great news is, you don't have to go it alone. We are inviting you to an extraordinary event where you will be given a passport to freedom. You will be introduced to the advantage of having a high-performance coach work with you to create your blueprint to your best year ever. Coach Phil Jackson was never a better basketball player than Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant, but Coach Jackson was outstanding at developing a winning game plan and bringing out the best in his players. You will discover a better you as you focus on developing a lifestyle by design. You will be shown the pathway to freedom from debt and high taxes. You will learn how to pay your mortgage off in 1/3 of the time and create a $500,000 bank account. This is something your bank will not show you. You will discover the GIC and RRSP alternative that will pay you 3 to 4 times the return instead. You will learn how to build assets by creating a dynamic stock portfolio and how to invest in real estate. Best of all, you will learn how to leave the 9 to 5 by starting a side hustle that will pay you better than your job. This is it. Opportunity is at your front door. Grab your tickets now. This will be a sold-out event.